This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Hello, welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. I am Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. We are in December, so there is no way I can do December without talking about the Queen of Christmas, which is Mariah Carey. She is the Queen of Christmas. I swear that Christmas CD that came out in the 90s has had me in the chokehold since it came out. I am literally like, it's one of those things. It's like Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, The Temptations' Silent Night, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh, and and also Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt. But as a album, yeah, because I'm making Christmas cookies with my mother and my nephew on Saturday. Yeah, pulling out Mariah Carey because it's not Christmas without her. Okay. And also, welcome back to the show. So I can't have a Bravo talk. It can't be the Mocha Minutes without my Kennedy. So it's not a show if it ain't my Kennedy here. So I have Kendrick from Reality and Comics too, because y'all couldn't just say me and you. See,
hey,
see, it was like everybody else had that song, and I was like, I liked your name, but it's like Reality Comics too. It's like, look here, look, it's kind of like having a name, and then everybody keep mispronouncing it. It's like, never mind, I'm gonna give y'all a nickname because
right. You walking around as Ariel, you presenting as Ariel, but you go to work and they like, hey Ariel, you like, see, no, that's not it. That ain't it.
It's like that's not it. That's not it. Kendrick, how are you doing?
Hi, my love. It feels like forever ago when we saw each other, but we actually got to see each other in person.
We see each other, okay?
Yeah, at the event of the
year. Excuse me, we're at the wedding of the year. He was my unofficial wedding day. My other two was Taria and Corey. Oh, and also Mandy. And it was like, girl, it's like, and was. So it's like, I was like, oh, look at our photo. They're like, oh, y'all a couple? We in love. We must be,
You better come on.
Must be in love. So fun fact, a week after Monty got married, my friend Natalia got married, and she walked down the aisle to Pure Souls, We Must Be in Love. And I'm like, see, this is how I know me and Natalia are of a certain age.
Come on.
Because the Box wore that song out, and that is my song. So this is how you know it's so old.
Don't play about the Box now. Okay. I used to love when they would do Women's Weekend. You get to vote for like Destiny's Child, get off the bus, and that was listen.
So the thing about it is like, this is how bad this song is. The only version you can find on streaming is a karaoke version. You can find their version on YouTube.
That's how, that's how Mocha and Steph is, because Mocha and Steph had a good CD, but it is not on Apple or no. I'm like, dang, where is
nowhere. I was
You got to go on YouTube.
Because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make you a I was like, I'm gonna make you a playlist. Well, she has Apple Music. Yeah, Apple barely has. It's like I have not found that song on Apple Music. I found it on Tidal and Spotify. I feel like they found a lot of shit on Spotify.
Were they Motown? Do you know? Because I feel like it was something with Apple and Motown or streaming in general in Motown.
Because it was
I think that's what it was.
Because I mean, there's a lot of people who only have like one hit wonders, and you can find them streaming. But for some reason, Pure Soul, unless what did they try to kill each other? It's like that's why y'all trying to wipe it from the internets. But it's like it's on YouTube. So
listen, you saw that man just put out a whole bootleg album from jail, and they snatched that shit right
and
down.
Now he's saying, no, I didn't. I'm like, so who put it out, Robert?
Right. Because it wasn't me.
What was the reason, Cheryl? And also, let me tell y'all ass is something. I sound like a drunk auntie, but I'm completely sober. What the hell is wrong? It's like, I swear to God, I just can't quit R. Kelly. I'm like,
child, it was easy for me.
Do you know I bought the last album I got for him was Chocolate Factory? I threw that shit out. And Chocolate Factory was not a bad album. I'm not telling y'all to go listen to it either.
Right. Because they'd be like, well, Stephanie recommended it on her last episode.
No, I didn't. I have never said R. Kelly music is bad. I said R. Kelly is bad.
They gonna try to block your blessings.
Allegedly.
Somebody out there listening to this right now trying to give you a sponsorship, and they like, oh no, she recommended.
Oh, so what you saying? I'm like,
it's no, she gonna get canceled. Never mind. Let's go to somebody else.
Let me just go to somebody else. Before we get started, let me just say, definitely a lot of love, thoughts, and prayers to the family of Twitch, because literally that like threw me completely off. I was like,
oh my God, it's been on my whole family, my whole family's heart today. Like we had a whole group chat going. It's something about when you see people that like literally that you get your energy from.
Correct.
That when they are like secretly battling something, it's like, man, it's just, it hits differently, because he was one of those people that gave so much joy to so many people for such a long time. And it's like, man, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, because what got me were people saying, I just saw you. I just talked to you. And I'm like, okay, so I got to turn this off because I got to go. But this also is like reminding me of my dad, because it's like my dad passed suddenly. So it's like, I literally just talked to him. But the other thing that got me, what made me think about Robin Williams, because it was like Robin Williams was our childhood. It's like,
yes, the entirety.
Robin Williams was in everything. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, like he was so funny. I'm like, yes, he was. He entertained everybody. He walked in and lit up rooms. And now you have to realize, like, you just don't know what people are going through, which is why I also was like giving a hairy eyeball to Monique when she said, if you see somebody looking bad, tap and say, is everything okay? As someone who also has depression, oh baby, I can look very put together. You have no idea what's going on. Hello. So when you see somebody in a bonnet and a Walmart, that don't mean something's wrong with them. They could be perfectly coiffed. A lot of people do that. Kate Spade was one of those people. So please stop acting like if like you're outside, because some people say, when you're down, your outside matches your inside. Sometimes that really is not the case. Not really.
No.
Usually
some people have been doing it so long they have to perfect it.
They're
so you will never see
stealth on this thing. They're like, I'm so stealth with my depression. You had no idea. Like, I didn't know you had all these issues. Yeah. Because some people like, I don't feel like, it's kind of like when you find that people or a person that are a safe space, you can be that transparent. But it's like, I didn't show y'all because I didn't want you to see.
Exactly. Exactly.
So definitely love to all the love that's pouring out, because when people pass, when they unalive themselves, I always look at the way that it's expressed, because I'm like, y'all could express this a little bit nicer than it's like, girl, why y'all it's like, please realize he probably got parts of his family that probably found out on social media like, girl, what?
Right.
So it's like, when it's like you have a person unaliving themselves, I'm like, y'all got to do better with y'all wording for real.
It's like, I get, if you want more information, then okay, put it in the story. But so many of these people, like, I applaud the people that just said like RIP and then explain what happened in the story, like somewhere. But like these people that like, they just have to get the clickbait. They got to get the headlines that died by this and did like that and all. I'm like, really?
Because they did it with Tommy from the Power Rangers. I was like, I'm like, that's sad, but also, why are y'all telling us this?
Right.
They're like, oh my gosh, I just saw him. I'm like, yeah, that's not how mental health works. It doesn't like take a break if you see at least 3 of your friends. It's like, okay, well, you've seen 3 of your friends, so that'd be good. I'll check in with you next quarter. That's
right.
Any of this works.
Nope.
Yeah. So Kenneth
prayers for the family.
Prayers for his family and his wife and his small children, because they had little children.
Yes.
So it's kind of like he was entertaining 24 hours before this happened. So on live. And it's kind of like, you just don't know. Just because someone's entertaining you does not mean that, everything is okay. And how should I say this? I get the sentiment of saying, check on your friends because you just never know. There are people who are coming out saying, I literally just talked to him.
Right.
So the thing about it is, when this happens, don't think it's like, oh, it's because nobody didn't check on him or nobody didn't talk to him. That's not what happened. There are people who unalive themselves in a house full of people.
Right.
It's like, it's not that nobody is checking in or they're not around people and they're somewhere hauled off in the dark alone. It's like, one, stop putting that much pressure on people who loved him.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's like, wait a minute. It's like, what did you want us to do? 5150 him? Who is he? Kanye West?
Right. How about that?
Who should be 5150 again?
Yeah.
Kimberly did it twice.
Because why are we not seeing his face in interviews no more? Like
I'd rather see his face than hear his voice. If we're being completely honest.
How about that?
And it's like, I hope y'all realize that Kanye is now doing what he said George Bush didn't do for Katrina. He don't give a fuck about Black people because now all of a sudden Dave Chappelle is a hack.
Let's see
how interesting that changes. It's like, because he don't care. Lord have mercy. Okay, so let's talk some Bravo.
Okay.
Bravo.
Hey.
So Miami is back.
Yes. Give me everything I need.
My girls are back.
The love of my life, Gertie, is back in my life.
Gertie is back in my life. My Cuban Barbie doll, Alexia. And I'm like, I'm going to have to watch her with Gertie now.
My two faves. Don't do this to me.
How you speaking? So I was very excited that they dropped 4 episodes. I really want to know why Marisol and Adriana are not back as full-time. Most notably, but because last season when they brought it back, Adriana was in damn near everything. I'm like, wait, why is she not full-time?
Because it was kind of weird that like she was basically ushering Julia onto the show, but was like still a friend. It was kind of weird how they positioned
her. And she had confessionals. It was like,
right.
Is she not full-time or did I just miss something?
Because you know what? This is a very big cast because they have like 3 full-time friends of that like contribute as much as the Housewives, which I mean, I guess is a fantastic problem to have because I wish
it really is.
I wish a couple other Housewives had that problem, but we'll say that for another day. I'm just saying.
As long as none of name is Angie, because I've grown weary of anybody with the name of Angie.
Listen, I'm Angie out. I'm like, Angie out, okay? Unless it's Angie Stone on the radio, I don't want it, damn it.
I can't do
Angie Stone.
No more Angies. Not no. So what do you think about the first 4 episodes?
I literally had watched one. I was like, I have a little break from work. I was like, I'll watch one and then I'll get back on the clock and then I'll try to watch the rest this weekend. Honey. I watched that one. I was like, oh, this is like crack. I need to go finish like as fast as possible. So I had a fun weekend. Everything from I love that Kiki got it started from the moment she stepped on the scene.
That Kiki messy boots. I'm loving Kiki in these messy boots. She's like,
me too.
Because when Lisa was like, Kiki said she wasn't going to tell her, it was like, no, why? Okay, so I'm not saying that Kiki is like a snake because she's not. But honestly, girl, you in this joke about Larsa in the building, isn't Kiki her friend? Like, I don't understand.
Right. And my thing is, you've been doing this now. I know y'all had a big hiatus, but you've been doing this a long time now. Why would you think you could say anything around other housewives and expect it not to get back to other? Like, what kind of sense does it make?
Larsa had the biggest hiatus out of all of them because she left after season 1.
Right. She was like, I'm gonna go continue to be rich. I don't have time for this. Y'all do what you do.
I don't have time. I'm wondering if we want to see more of Martina because I'm sorry. Now I'm like, can you go play some damn tennis? Can we see tape? Because I'm like, wait a minute, y'all at the Miami Open, we ain't listening to Martina.
It is baffling to me that she is like, oh, you know how it's just like, it's crazy to me that like we're really putting Olympians on these shows now. Like this is, we got Sonia Richards-Ross, we got Martina,
and I can't wait for her to come back. By the way, because I liked Sanya. Everybody's like, what? I'm like, I like Sanya.
I told everybody because like I'm one of the people that's able to like pick at like the the stuff I hate that you do on camera, but still be like, but value added. I think that everybody on Atlanta was value added. I didn't need to get rid of anybody, so I was like, I want everybody back. Cool with me. Plus, I don't think we've tapped into Sonya's full potential yet. And when I say that, I don't think it's because her family, I think, is messy boots, and I think they want to be really in it.
Serious because her mama look like she will cuss you out and also take off her shoe and slap you. I'm like, her and Mama Joyce would be like they would be snatching y'all up by your skin if they were on the same damn season, girl.
I want like I don't know, a couple of scenes of like auntie and uncle, like family karma style with like, I want the old lady gang, I want Sonya's mama, I want child, but I'm not gonna do that. But we listen, there's a couple of them on there we can, we can pull out the woodwork.
They did do a reality show, so it's like you got built-in cast right there. They were on a reality show. Yes, and please bring back Ross. Bring him back, honey. Bring him back. I like Aaron Ross now, child, because y'all played in my face. I'm like, excuse me, that is a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and y'all in New York. How are you not talking about this? I'm like, he played for New York. Y'all go into New York.
It's wild to me sometimes when we have these shows, and then the person that like we've known forever is just like her husband, or they get the little tagline on her husband or her friend or her business or something like that. It's like we know who that is.
Like, he is. I was like, I'm like, is he a football player? That's all I was thinking. I'm like, is he a football player? He sure is.
Do you know the example I was about to use?
What?
You know how messy this is. I was about to use the example. I was about to say it's almost as crazy as when Slash Williams, aka Cordell, popped up on the scene.
When I tell you, people are like, who the hell is Cordell Stewart? Girl.
Like, really?
I mean, we had Ed Hartwell, we've had Croy Bierman. It's like it's so funny to watch Atlanta. Y'all be having football players just running up and down. One of Portia's ex-little men's was going to the team. I think he ended up on the practice squad, but he was going to the team. I was like,
the other Williams, yeah.
Wait, I'm about to say, like Sheree, Bob Whitfield, wasn't he a football player? Wasn't he a lineman? See? Football in your blood. It's like y'all could see, that's the thing. You remember that reality show when they had a reality show for football wives, and it was dumb as hell.
Yeah, it was on VH1.
Yup.
It was so boring. The one? Was Shanita Foster on there?
I think so. I'm trying to think who it was. It was so boring.
It was. They could have did away because it was like during the height of basketball wives. We were like, now y'all could have did a lot more. But you remember they had
Wags.
They had a follow-up
too. Like they did.
They had the Ballers.
Yes.
Baller Wives. That's what it was. That was another one. They had like
basketball wives was the only one that stuck. And then they had Wags, which was a mixture of people who played basketball and people who played football. And I think there was a girl who was with a hockey player. So it's like that's a little bit different.
Which is my dream, by the way. I don't know if it'll ever be realized, but that's my dream.
To be a hockey wife?
Yes.
To be a what? Okay, I'm look here. I want to look here. I know that he is a very beautiful man, and he is just the manager of the team. But Gabe Kapler,
listen,
that man is so damn fine. It's like,
listen,
he divorced. He doesn't have a wife. Oh, he too fine and too tatted up and too bearded. Okay. I was like, this man, it's like, who was this fine ass white man?
The plight of being fine.
Right. And he used to play, so he got baseball booty because baseball players got nice little butts, big old bubbles. It's like, oh, okay. So he in California, huh?
Never did. About that.
But yeah, I'm excited about Miami. I am excited for this reunion because Lisa and Larsa went on Watch What Happens Live and they didn't have their story straight.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, y'all put us in the group chat way too early for this.
Like, why are they both here? Why did you just have one? Because I'm like, I don't know about. Okay, so I don't know about the scheduling for Sunday and Monday of Watch What Happens Live. Because what y'all will not do is play my internet bestie, Bali from Family Karma, and put her behind the fucking bar. I said, I'm sorry. What the fuck is happening here?
Hold on. Can you please say her name for me one more time?
Bali.
Why was Andy Cohen up there saying Bali? Like he don't watch the show.
He don't watch the show.
I
said this is so disrespectful. I'm like, her name is Bali, and also,
first of all,
why the fuck is girl put Avni behind the ball? She just got there, but putting Bali behind the ball, I was like, okay, so we don't have an issue with this. Not that I'm like, of course, it's like if you want to have Potomac and Family Karma one night, it should be somebody from Potomac and somebody from Family Karma, or somebody from one of those shows and somebody else. I know that Eva the Diva is in that new Divas Christmas Carol. She could have been on any other damn day.
Right. And I love me some Eva, but y'all tried. I love
Eva the Diva. I've loved her since she was America's Next Top Model.
Hello.
However, you putting Bali behind the bar is just like, oh, this is disrespectful. Bali should have been in that seat, and Nushi should have been behind the ball.
Let me tell you something. The most disrespectful thing they've done so far this year on Watch What Happens Live is last week not having 2 Family Karma members on their damn show.
Okay.
After the best episode of the season, y'all sat there and y'all really chose not to draw attention to this. You could, if I was the production manager on this show, I would have had Rishi. I would have had someone from Potomac because I think those are highest rated episodes. So maybe Robin and Rishi out there together, and then maybe Monica in the audience because we need to get her input.
I need Monica in that seat because now I'm trying to figure out because I think those two are not together anymore.
I think so too.
I think you could have had Monica and you could have had Robin. It's like it's like what in the blue blazes? It's like is going on here. It's like Bali behind the bar is just weird. And okay, let's do a little bit about Family Karma.
Let's do it.
As much as I love Brian Benny, and I love that every man on this show, their daddies are fine as hell, especially the Shaws. I'm like, where the fuck this fine ass man been? But daddy is beautiful. Brian's dad is gorgeous. Monica's, and I know there's whispers about Monica's father, and don't stop the fact that face card is not declining.
Right.
Okay. Raj is fine. All of the men, and I want
that's a beautiful cast all around.
They are handsome, beautiful people. And it's like because Anisha is like bi-coastal now, and now I'm like, so basically y'all telling us that Anisha might not be back next season because she lives in Arizona.
And I feel like she is such a vital part of this group too. Like
and
she calls shit out a way that a lot of them don't have the ability to do because she can still remain your best friend, but still call you out on every ounce of your shit that you got going on. And that's why I feel like if you have Brian on this show, you need a person like Anisha because they have a special relationship. And it's like she would literally come to him. I love that scene when she went to him and asked him about all this stuff going on between Rishi and Monica.
And the fact that I don't even like Monica, but you wrong. It's like,
exactly.
Thank you. She don't have to like Monica. See, that's the thing. That's why I like Anisha. Because like people are watching, like we got our I'm putting a hashtag we got our faves. And so it's like we gonna do it, whatever. It's like, no, she's like, I don't even like Monica like that. We are
fair is fair.
And you are wrong for this. Because one, Brian, you're dead ass wrong, and I have no idea why you tried to lie to a lawyer.
Right.
And it was just kind of like, you have known Monica since you were like 13, 14 years old. Why are you wanting to to warn him? It's like, that's the thing. I couldn't have a friend that I've known since 12, 13 years old. This would be like, if I do call, it's like, let me tell your ass something. Right. I heard something about you. So you better tell her before I tell her.
Right.
You don't want me to tell her. So it's like, now, like,
because I tell it all.
I will mention it all. So it's funny because now I had to hit that follow button on his brother's girlfriend, and he was trying to tell. So allegedly, Rich was trying to tell his brother to break up with her because of what's going on. I was like, oh, so I need to follow you now, because it sounds like she's gonna be doing stories when this episode's out.
Right.
I'm like, okay. It's like, Brian, you are such a beautiful man, and he is right. Nobody has said Brian Benny is smart.
Right.
I'm like,
Brian is like, I've been accused of a lot of things,
but no one accused me of being smart. I'm like, Brian, shut up. You are in IT, right? Like,
you're right.
It's like, girl,
like a software engineer, right? Or something like
that. Don't do that.
No.
Like, it's like, sir, please stop talking. I am because one, I noticed that the cast, they go live after these episodes. So Monica was just like, you're going to see the episodes and my life is going to be falling apart. I'm like, because I'd stopped seeing pictures of her and Rich, and I'm like, did they break up?
And this man on this talking about proposing now and all this kind of, I need to know what. See that? This is why, okay, we don't need a big 3-part, 2-part reunion.
Nope.
But at least do them how you used to do, like you remember they used to do the Watch What Happens live style, like bring the entire cast.
That's what they're still doing with Below Deck, which, by the way, Andrew, it's time we don't want this anymore. We do, please, Deborah. I'm a Below Deck. I'm a decky. Okay. I'm a decky. I am. Those reunions are garbage. It's like y'all don't get to the main thing because everybody don't fucking show up. I'm like, girl, no, better yet, no, keep it. Let me host it.
How about that?
Let me host it. Give it to somebody who watched the show. I watch it. Wait a minute, hold on. What did you just say? Because Adventure, y'all playing. Below Deck original recipe. Captain Lee is leaving because physically he needs to. That's literally the only reason. It's like, this man has lost a son. He's had other surgeries. This is when he's like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I can't even stand up, because it's like he can't feel nothing below his legs, and he keeps going numb. He can't even stand, and it's a bigger boat. It's like, yeah, I don't blame you. So it's like, he's leaving, but they waited until the end of the episode. I'm like, oh.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm sad, but not really, because I'm like, he's been doing this for a long time, and he keeps having all these surgeries. He can't be climbing 17 flights of stairs to go up here and go to the girl.
You know what? It's similar to when, like, a housewife that we love gets let go. It's like, but it's like, not one of the ones that like truly contributes. Like one of the ones where we're like, you are such a decent person with a beautiful family.
Right.
It's like, I love you on this show, but like,
girl, go live your life.
Show, right? So it's like when they get let go, you like, you know what? That's for the best.
Okay, that's kind of how I felt about Cynthia Bailey. It was like, I like Cynthia on the show, but it's like, girl, go live your hot ass. I am hot as fuck, over 50 ass life. Go enjoy, because it's like
immediately.
I feel like,
and she told a complete story on the show too. Like she literally,
it was like
started with a wedding, ended with a wedding,
and it's like you can do that, but also now that she has got rid of that man who flat out just said, every woman I've ever been with, I've cheated on. I'm like,
sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. Does anybody do y'all see pink elephants, or do you see red flags like I do?
Right.
Red flag right there. It's like every single one. So you need to not get married. It's like, it's fine to have companionship because some people don't care, but it's like,
right.
I don't think you need to get married.
Because that's, you know what?
That's not your thing. I mean, I don't know.
That's the thing I feel like people don't realize too, is that infidelity, the way we make it seem on social media, like is everyone in the world has a problem with it. Some people truly don't. And if you're somebody that you can't be faithful to one person, you might need to just keep going until you find somebody that's okay with, her having relations and you having relations. Y'all just cohabitating. Y'all are each other's, what they call it.
For some people, cheating is literally not a deal breaker.
Right.
Your deal breaker to deal breaker. For me, it's the lying part of the cheating. It's like, maybe it's like, it's the deception for me.
Because if you lie about cheating, you can lie about eating my food in the fridge.
Hence why I'm sitting here like, Monica, this man lied to your face. Him and Brian have the same problem of lying to people in their face and saying, oh, I lied to you about that. And it was like, why did you lie? Oh, because nope. As soon as he said, oh, I'm like, he is fucking lying right now. You lied because you're a liar. And see it's that? Like, yeah, because like, what is changing the time frame? How is that helping you?
It's so Brian and Rich, first of all, both of them, if you go lie, this is my advice to y'all, because I would say my best piece of advice would be don't lie. But if you're gonna lie, you can't buckle as fast as both of y'all do when you lie, because
literally
both of y'all
folded like card houses. Emmett was like, yeah, shut up, stop lying. I'm like, oh hell. He was like, we're not, no chit chat. Let me tell you, ass.
They got pressed like an elevator button and they folded.
I swear they put him right on the sandwich press. Get your ham and cheese ass in here.
Right.
It's like, I'm sorry. I was like, I am so turned on. I want to marry Emmerich. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this with you. We're like, he was pissed, but he ended up letting him come to the bachelor party. Okay, so
I will say though.
Go ahead.
Oh, I will say though, because I want to get in Amrit's ass a little bit, because I love me some Amrit. Love me some Amrit. I
love Amrit, honey. And
but at that bachelor party, like, did you? I said at that damn bachelor party, spoiled brat. Because I hated the way he acted at that party, especially when Vishal was coming to like really say some stuff. And my thing is, I'm okay with like you being mad about him not coming, but you are one of the people that always like, hey, have a drink. Hey, have a drink. Hey, have a drink. And then when he's telling you like, okay, my wife is pissed off that I'm not having a drink. It's I like can't come to this.
Just didn't care. You know what's really funny about all of that? Like how Vishal was acting about the bachelor party and how how Amber was acting about Vishal at the party. And then Vishal was like, oh man, talk to me. It's interesting because you were literally like wanting to uninvite Anisha because she ain't RSVP for the damn wedding. I'm like, this is the funniest thing to watch. I'm like, yes. One, the thing about it is, if Anisha, I'm like, I get it because I'm like, it's a wedding, you're supposed to RSVP. However, I agree with Positive Auntie. That's your fucking friend. You know she coming. Like, girl, get out my face. It's like, I get it. RSVPs are important. I'm like, I'm not saying don't do it, but it's kind of like, you know she coming. You know she coming. It's like, why are you acting like you didn't, like she didn't RSVP? And I feel like with Risha, it's kind of like Anisha is Vishal's friend. So it's like, I think it's like she probably like has a nice little fun relationship with Anisha because they did go out, but it's like that's more of Vishal's friend, and it's like it probably like affected Risha more, so that may have been why Vishal was like, this is not cool, we have a wedding. I'm like, y'all have literally a Bollywood style wedding and extras. I feel like you had all these people. I'm like, of course you want them there. And it's like, but you knew she was going to come. It's like, she wasn't going to not show up.
Right. And then my thing is, I get it if you're mad at first about her not RSVPing and all that kind of stuff. Especially but when it gets to the point where you didn't even consummate your marriage on your wedding night because you was too drunk and slept somewhere else. Right. It's like, okay, we can let this go.
And right. I really forgot that Vishal had Crohn's. And I'm like, yeah, see, that's why Richard really truly is mad. I'm like, no, that Crohn's shit is no joke. And who is taking care of Vishal when he gets sick? Her.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. He'd be see, no, I'm not gonna say domestic violence because y'all gonna call me, y'all gonna report me. Stephanie said beat on your husband if he's out of line. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But it's like, sir, she's not signing your wedding she's not signing the wedding certificate. She's not signing the license.
No.
This is a big deal. But also, Emmer, if you're saying that Vishal is your person, you fucking know he has Crohn's disease.
How about
so
that?
You know he's not supposed to be doing all this drinking. And the thing about it is like, I can sit here and put this all on Emmerich. Let's be very clear. Vishal do that shit all on his own. He's right. Like, I peer pressure. Nobody. It's like, you want to drink? No one's saying, drink it. It's like, you want something? Yes, I would. I want 3 shots and I want a Jaeger bomb and I want a Moscow Mule. And I'm like,
Yes.
Girl, nobody was stuffing drinks down your throat. You were the first person at the bar. That's not all on Emmerich, but it's like Vishal does need support because I feel like he needs roadblocks, and roadblocks for him are people.
Yeah.
He needs people because he's not going to just do like, no, he's not going to do it all on his own.
It scares me a little bit because I feel like the people around him like withhold. I feel like he's someone that really like craves affection. And I feel like the people around him, when he does something to piss them off, they withhold affection from him.
Yeah.
And so it seems like that's really, as bad as it is to say, it seems like that's the only way they can like get through to him. It's about like having
taking
these
stuff from him. It's like putting like taking a toy from a child. I'm like,
yes.
Vishal is damn near 40. Because remember last season when he like dug in Dylan's ass, which by the way, he should have. And then it's like, but then it's like for everybody, it came off weird. I'm like, because y'all not used to Vishal being assertive. Y'all are not used to that. And you can tell he is very beta for a lot of you. So it was like, here's the thing. He was not wrong. It's like, what is wrong? Like, what is, oh, well, I mean, it was a joke. That shit is not funny.
No.
And it's like, one, it's like, you can't use that card when you wrong.
Right.
Like, excuse me, he is not stuffing you into a locker, but it also, on the other side, it probably did trigger him. And so it's like, one, Vishal wasn't wrong. His brother wasn't wrong either. Cause it's like, I have a brother. I'm like, so what you're not going to do is talk to him. I don't give a good goddamn what the fuck he said. Look at me. Do not talk to him that way. So then it became, his reaction was worse. And it was like, that's debatable. But it's like, one, Dylan did fuck up. It's like, y'all acting like he didn't. And it was like, but I get, it's like, it was a lot of everybody right in this scenario and everybody wrong at the exact same time.
Nuance.
Like, you're right. It's like y'all right and wrong at the same time. It's like Vishal does not usually stand up for himself. He usually has Risha to do it or Emmerich. It's like, and maybe Anisha, but definitely Emmerich. Emmerich is like, no. He definitely, when he said that Vishal was his person, I'm like, yeah, because Emmerich really is 10 toes down for him. So they probably heard him like, why are you not here? And he's like, I gotta fix this thing with Risha. It's like, it's not my fault because you can't keep your marriage straight. Because that's how it came up that he was mad. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm getting married, sir. And I'm like, Andrew, you do not watch the show. You like the idea of a Indian man proposing to his boyfriend on national television and the accolades that got. You saw an Indian family rally around their gay son and living his life and not treating him like shit. Guess what? They shouldn't be doing that because you're like, oh, because you know how some cultures are. I'm like, yeah, hi. Stop acting like that ain't American culture either. Stop trying to do this to oppress groups and say, because you know how y'all are. Yeah, because I mean, it's not like we didn't have to sign no laws.
What, this week?
This week.
Hell.
Literally got sign laws to say, mind y'all fucking business. I'm like, how we got to sign laws to say, mind your business?
Right.
We got mind your business laws. I'm like,
all these damn black people out here worried about Thurgood Martin. What the hell his ass go to? You know what?
Shut up. So Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Up until the trip to California, because we can't go international because somebody's going to the jail on this cast. We got to go to California. Girl, what? Not even wine country, bitch. We going to San Diego.
Damn child.
We can't go to Disney.
We're going to Ron Burgundy house. That's what the hell we
go to Seattle. We can't go to Denver. It's like we can't go.
Y'all would have been better off going to Miami, damn it, and going to see Lawson.
Y'all want to go Miami? Hell, y'all could have went to Destin with Martell and Melody. Okay?
Yes, and the Scots. Hey, you could have been down there with them
to watch Marceau live.
Right.
Like, what? San Diego. So up until San Diego, I said, how is it the lady that pled guilty to doing the bad things and is going to the jail, how is she the least problematic person? And then San Diego happened, and I'm like, Angela. Yep. I don't give a good goddamn how old the fuck you are and how long you've known her. Jennifer Shaw has a point. You know me better than that. However, comma, you should know Angie better than that. And you should know. I'm like, girl, why the hell are you pouring a drink on me? And if y'all been friends enough, that means y'all probably got into a slap fight. My hand would have been across her face. Girl, what is wrong with you? It's like you didn't even push her, slap her in the face. It's like, right. Girl, I guess my hair blown out for you. And then you bring up, and then here's the invoice for the party. Time out, home slice. You said I ain't had no parties. I'm gonna take care of your party. Don't send me no bill for 90 days.
Right.
Later. You better,
let's be clear.
I hope you paid it.
Yeah, because let's be clear, you did it to get on the show. That's what the hell you that part. Don't play about it. They are hilarious to me because one thing about Jen Shaw, guilty or not, she go play in your face. And the fact that you sat there and tried to convince us, rational-minded people, degrees and all, you tried to convince us that you poured that drink on her head as a joke. Really?
It was just like, sis. I don't even know the context of it. And then when she put it on her own head, I'm like, see, I put it on my head. Girl, you know your hair ain't done and that's a wig. Shut up.
Right.
It's like, girl, you would just go change your wig. Like, what?
And then, of course, she becomes the victim in the situation.
Oh, my God. And she does so much. She hurt me so bad. Then why the fuck are you hosting parties for Coach Shaw? If she is such a terrible friend, why are you spending $15,000 on a party? Why are you doing this? Guess co-chartering or co-hosting this trip? Why are you getting mic'd up for somebody who is a shitty ass friend?
We need more Ernesto. That's what the fuck we need. Okay. That's all I'm concerned about on this show, as a matter of fact. Bring back Ernesto.
Please do. So can I just say this? I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. When it comes to the whole sucking dick for courtside seats at the Utah Jazz of all places, I'm like, excuse me, I won't even like. I will not even give a hickey for a Utah Jazz seat. Right. Then the Utah Jazz fan be like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Exactly what the fuck I said.
Hello.
Who's on that team?
No, damn sure not Steve Nash. I know that.
Okay. It's like, girl, I don't even watch the shooty hoops, and I'm like, I feel like that's weird. And I never said that. I'm like, here's my unpopular opinion. Heather's lying. She is flat out lying. And I don't know why. I don't know why Angie's lying. Because I'm sorry, Whitney's a lot of things, but she's not a liar because she always tells us what's going on. This voice never goes up. Justin is head of his company. How could you just get him fired? Because he's not the fucking CEO. That's why.
Right.
Sir, you are an employee.
How about that?
You cannot be sitting on camera doing God knows what, simulating sex when you work in Utah.
You report to HR like the rest of us.
Hello.
Sorry.
You're not the CEO. You're like the COO. Is he? Oh, yeah. Just know they get fired.
Hello.
So, Whitney, I don't
let y'all have one bad quarter, baby. It's over.
I don't care about I do care about your trauma. But you and Heather in your argument, like, it's getting on my nerves because it makes no sense. Because, I mean, I don't know when you found out you were cousins, but you guys were best friends. And so I don't understand why you're talking like this.
Right.
It's like, girl, all y'all get, I'm like, where's Mary Cosby?
Hello.
And the fact that I'm like, I did this with Potomac as well. It was so like, I'm like, I'm going to give everybody a clean slate because Meredith got on my nerves. She played in my face. This, however, her and Lisa Barlow, let me just explain something to you, Lisa Ann. Away in a girl, shut up. I don't need your remix to this song. I was like,
no, Mariah is back on the top of the charts. Please. We don't need that.
We don't need you. Khadija don't need you. Okay.
Hello.
But what you're not going to do, if you're my friend of over 10 years and you have a hot mic moment, she's such a whore, she sleeps with people, bop, bop, bop. Please stop acting like that. It's so small. And then when someone brings up a rumor about you, cannot believe this. I mean, can't believe you're going to tear down my marriage. I can't believe this. Why would you guys spread these rumors? Bitch, you had a whole hot mic moment about somebody who was allegedly your friend. When I tell you, I would not get off her foot. She would not rest around me. I'm like, girl,
right?
No. And Heather, stop doing this. Heather likes to play middle and act like she's not talking to both sides. And then when both sides sitting down, she'd be like, oh, I'm done with this. That's because, bitch, you talking to her and you're talking to her and they don't like each other. Right. And they're like, well, Heather said, yeah, and because Heather said, I'm like, yeah, I don't think Heather's a bad person, but she's not a very good friend. Right. Just like as in, she's a bad Mormon and a bad friend. Bad Mormon is her words, by the way.
Right.
Not me.
Let me tell you this.
I don't judge. I don't care.
Because that whole situation was literally, it felt like, you know what it felt like to me? Mm-hmm. It felt like that kind of situation where you and somebody, you know, like you close with talking about someone. Mm-hmm. And then when it gets brought up somewhere else, you're like, well, damn, bitch, I didn't know you was going to say that shit. So now I got to deny it. That's what it felt like Heather was doing. It felt like her and Angie and Whitney were at that game. What I'm assuming is all three of them were dogging Lisa out. And then nobody was expecting it to leave that courtside. Everybody, they were drinking.
You didn't think that you was going to fall out with Whitney Wild Rose. Mm-hmm. You didn't think you was going to fall out with her. She's like, well, yeah, because Heather was there. Heather was there when she heard Angie say it. I'm like, oh.
Heather said, I think the fuck not.
I do not involve. You have lost me. And I'm like, what? Anyway, I'll see you next week at the family dinner. Like, what?
Right.
It's like, girl, it's like, okay, but I am loving Meredith and how she seemingly is disengaging from a lot of shit. She's like, girl, yeah, I just want to go vacation. I just want to put on my bikini and get in the pool with Jennifer Shaw, who pled guilty.
Right. Let me ask you, because I wonder all the time. I'm curious because like the ratings for Salt Lake, I'm not like, you know, I don't think they're in danger of getting canceled or anything. Right. I think they're know, their +3 I think is probably as good as any other Housewives show. Mm-hmm. But my question is, what do you think next season like physically looks like for them? Because like they've now lost Mary Cosby, who was like the source of comedy on this show. They've now lost Jen Shaw, who is, for lack of better words, she really is like the staple of drama on their show, because she'll turn any moment into a dramatic thing. So now she's leaving with good reason. Take your ass to jail. But then what do you think? What do you think we go from here? Right, immediately. Don't pass go. Do not collect 200.
That's the show title. Don't pass go.
I'm just saying. Don't do Nathan of that. So, okay.
I have picked back up to watching Sister Wives because I watched the season. It's season 17. So I kinda would not mind if Bravo came and tapped on Christine's door, because she moved back to Utah.
Oh,
he left Cody, and now, you know,
I saw that. You know, Ryan Bailey is keeping me abreast of all things Sister Wives because he loves him some Sister Wives.
Is just like, how did I not know Cody Brown was such a piece of shit? It's like he is an asshole, and now it's like, oh girl, I don't know, maybe it's because all the kids are not around, because you know when they first started they're like there was like babies and little toddlers. Now they're like grown, they're having babies, they're getting married, they moving out, they're saying fuck you Cody and your fucking COVID ass rules. It's like, we not doing this. So the fact when Kristen said fuck this shit, I'm out, I went,
yipe.
Oh. But she's going back to Utah. So I don't know, Bravo. Y'all could probably get Christine.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, and they're like, well, she got to be rich and money. I'm like, everybody's not Heather Gay, who can charter a yacht in Norway to be on Below Deck Adventure. Adventure is out there with Heather.
Hello.
So it's like, you know, you can bring in Christine. I feel like I would have to see this reunion, because I'm like, Jen is going to be gone, but I'm wondering if they're going to try to bring Angie on. I'm like, Angie, girl.
Do you think any of the three friends are strong enough to be full-time?
No. Nobody named Angie. No.
I was about to say, Dana is growing on me a little bit because she seems to be the most down to earth. And plus,
she need another friend of season. I'm like, I don't care about you and whatever is going on in your life. I just like you sitting at tables like, your friends talk about you, okay? I just want to know.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Heather was like, oh, was she messy? But yeah, I'm sorry. I would be messy too if you talk to me like you fucking crazy on your FaceTime too. It's like, girl, shut the hell up. Like,
hello.
Little girl, you need to shut up. Okay, because y'all, Kendrick is booked and busy, so we got to get him out of here. So let's talk about Potomac.
Okay.
We talk about Potomac. We don't talk about Bruno, but we talking about Potomac.
Yes.
As y'all know, everybody knows this about me. I say I'm in the Dixon district. And I'm a contract employee of the Dixon district of the Green Island Bandit Society. Okay.
Yes.
I had to put in I had to take a leave of absence. It's like
you on sabbatical.
I'm on sabbatical. I'm on hiatus for like 6 weeks because I took the full 6 weeks of leave.
Yes.
Because my girl Robin, she did some stuff I didn't like, and I can't. The thing about it is, she's a person. I'm like, and she don't need me to defend her. So it was just kind of like, now, Robin.
What was it for you that made you put in your LOA?
It is when you had space and opportunity to tell the person who you said was raggedy and treated you raggedy, and they said, "Tell me what I did," and you ain't take it. If it was me, I'd be like, "Oh, can I borrow some of y'all paper? I have a list."
Right.
Because this be very. So here's the thing. This is the issue that I have. Wendy and Robin's issue is not a real issue because it was Mad Day, and Robin should have just sat there and drunk her whiskey. Girl, don't ask no. That woman is like, fuck these motherfucking cameras. I'm like, yeah, this is not the time to do the Robin where you ask sensible questions to somebody mad. Because it's like the thing about it, her question was valid, and it's like, and it was seemingly tame, but that bitch is mad. She's like, so first of all, your fucking relationship is fake. Like, what about your lesbian relationship, bitch? That's all we but the thing about it is, it was
Robin should have showed up the next day with like Quad with that big band-aid on her face. Just
that's my baby, Miss Quad. I love Quad. But the thing about this is like, and I know people are like, oh, she just mad because she told the truth about her relationship. No, that's not why she's mad.
No.
That man named Juan Diston, who now coaches the shooty hoops, is proposing to me, and you and your winter white and your Kangol, and you jumping around.
Not the Kangol.
And then when you are mad, the first thing you're going to do is say my relationship is fake. I'm going to look at you real funny.
Right.
And it's like, so when I bring this up to people like, well, it's like, no, it's not a well. This is not a debate. I'm just saying I'm going to look at you funny. And also, Robin is an Aries. Fuck this. It's like, no, I'm petty as hell. Because one, also, I was like, considering LOA, where she didn't stand 10 toes down and not invite Wendy to shit.
Right.
I'm like, no, Wendy don't have to be invited. It's like, you're not gonna invite me? No, bitch, I don't like you and you don't like me either. Like, what is happening here?
Right.
And the thing about it, y'all don't really have a real issue. And I'm like, Wendy, I feel like it's because the first time you gave her apology was, I'm sorry if. I'm like, now, Professor, you smarter than that.
And you know we hate that.
You smarter than that. Because I really wish Wendy had did this. The same thing that Quad did with Toya. I said that to hurt you. And I'm sorry. Because the one is like, there's no way you didn't say that. Not because that's what you believe. You did that shit to hurt her. Period. Right. You said that shit to Giselle to hurt her. And all she did is sip on my heel, go,
Giselle shows up to work and she's like, look.
And she went, I said, somebody come get me off this floor. I'm like, I hate you. Like, I went back and watched season 1, and in the season 1 finale, her and Katie are arguing, and she's like, I knew this was a mistake because you just want to have a conversation and make things work and suck up all the air in the room. They were outside, so she looked over and went, we outside. Bye.
Yeah. Like, was Giselle, that the one with the hats on?
Yeah, she's like, yes, she had that church hat. We outside.
Giselle is hilarious to me. I don't care what anybody says.
Like she said, we outside. Please go to leave me alone. But it was just kind of like, that's the kind of thing I like about Giselle. But it's like, girl, if I don't fucking like you and we ain't cool, not inviting your kids here. But also, Robin, you done fucked up and say, can't you bring your kids? There's no way in hell I'm bringing my kids to somebody when I know the person don't like me. But I'm like, you could have asked Eddie.
Right. That would have been a perfect way to go.
Just like Eddie. Eddie probably been like, I don't know. I mean, why am I coming to this women thing?
The problem was, because like Gordon was there, and the problem was Juan wasn't coming, because I don't know if he had something to do with what, but Juan wasn't there. The perfect solution would have been for Juan to invite Eddie and the kids to come.
Correct.
That would have been a perfect way. But I guess, if Juan wasn't coming, then
because that would have been like common sense. See, we're talking rational, and we're not talking reality show.
You know that's what? And that's our problem. We do that too much.
I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, y'all would be okay with some woman who was like extremely celebratory about your proposal and then saying that's why your fucking relationship fake.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I was like, is it crack? Is it me? I am that Whitney Houston gift for everybody clapping, and you turn around like, do y'all hear this?
Right.
It was like, I'd have cussed her out. Like, what?
And what's crazy is we literally have a show with the best editors on the planet. Honey. They are giving y'all all. If you say anything, if you give them 99%, that 1% is coming in a flash.
Like,
they gonna show that shit. They like,
when they said, she's like, no, I didn't hold you. Had to hold me back, and they said when she got up, I'm like, so I hear what y'all saying, but let's just say that Sharice just stood up. She didn't necessarily push her back down. It's like, did she have to restrain her? No, but that's the thing. Sharice,
because it was just a little pinky, right?
Like, just a little, she's like, "Girl, Robin, don't go fight her," because I don't think she thought she was gonna fight her, but she's done that before,
right?
She'll sit in, like, that's just what Sharice does. It's not making an excuse. I'm like, now you're like, girl, she gonna beat you. I'm like, girl, you all met Dr. Wenday and said, "Fuck these motherfucking cameras." Not the same person. Too close to me. Too close to me. So I was sitting here like, now, Robin, but the thing about it is, I still like everybody on this show. It is same. Is the best ensemble on Bravo, and that's on period.
Absolutely.
It's like everybody is needed, especially Karen.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me say this. You said especially Karen. That's why I say especially Sharice now, because Sharice activates Karen.
What did I say last year? What did I say? I said, let me she's good with Giselle, Robin, Candace, Ashley, and her and Karen don't get along. That is going to usher her right the fuck back into the I'm like, okay, because she's going to knock Karen off her shit, and sure enough, yes, she is. I'm like, I cannot wait. I'm like, I told y'all this is what was going to happen.
Yep.
Because
I love this.
They keep showing that clip of her talking about it. I'm like, but y'all, that's the thing. But I also went back and watched the season 2 reunion. So y'all, that clip is from the season 2 reunion. They were reacting to a package that showed Karen and Sharice during the season. And so she said that in reaction to Karen in a hot mic moment, says, Sharice better stop playing before I bring out those pictures of her and that fireman.
Right.
She was responding to Karen, but it makes it seem like she did something like, she just did something to Karen and for no apparent reason. I'm like, that's very interesting that keeps happening. Kind of like when someone said, hey, Karen, what's your real issue with yourself? She wished death on my husband. Girl, shut up. It's like, Karen, you go like,
and folk were running with it. She said she wished Ray was dead. Shut up. No, the hell she didn't.
She did, and also she apologized for that.
Right.
And Ray at the reunion, when they said, and Andy said, do you think you owe Giselle an apology for what you said no, but then you're telling Christopher he should apologize to Giselle. I'm like, I know Raymond Huger is not saying that. That is not.
Let me tell y'all something. You know, I have a theory.
Not Ray Huger. Fuck this.
I have a theory. I believe secretly Ray is as messy as Peter Thompson. I really believe that because every now and then Ray pops up and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just sprinkle a little shit on this. Just sprinkle a little salt on the situation.
You mean like how you told Giselle she too old? You better hurry up before she dry up before you get a man, and you ain't apologize to her for that.
How about that?
It's like you ain't apologize. It's like I was like, why are y'all fucking with this white man with this brown dick? Why are you messing with him? Because it's like he be trying to like just drink his whiskey sour and his old fashions in his beautiful home with his songbird of a wife, and y'all just keep doing stuff. And I'm sitting here like, he's like, I'm gonna just walk. He's like, I'm gonna just be walking away from you before I be blowing up on your ass. I'm like, yep, it ain't gonna be funny until he says something to somebody. I'm like, you know what? Wait. I don't want him and Raymond tussling because you know he gonna push him down and Ray gonna hurt his hip, and I ain't got time.
Right. You know my face. That's so funny you just said that because my like go-to now, it used to be that Candy before I blow up on your ass, but now it's when she was on the red carpet when I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as fuck. I'm sick of her ass.
She's fake as fuck.
She gets on my motherfucking
messy.
Nerves.
It's like, y'all are so messy because she just said that. She's like,
right.
We was all cool and she gonna say this.
They ambushed over this shit. And I'm like, you know what? Okay.
Bravo. Because that's
right.
The gift. The legend. I'm like, girl. And so and I know that a lot of people are saying, like, why Wendy and Candace apologizing? Because y'all said, and I'm gonna keep going back to y'all, #y'all.
Right.
When it came to the Candace of it all, y'all said she wasn't taking accountability. She don't apologize. Now that she's apologizing for her part, she's doing too much. Y'all said that Wendy didn't have no accountability for what she said, but she hold everybody else to it. And she's just saying to her part that she's sorry, and now y'all mad at it. Because let me just say this. I was a Dr. Wendy fan since day one. When she first season, I liked her. I also like that she jumped down little Miss Ashley's ass. Because it's like Ashley loved to play like everybody on that damn cast is broke and I'm only the one with a rich husband. And Wendy said, I'm sorry, but who in the entire fuck do you think you're talking to? You got me full circle fucked up. Who are you talking to? And she, that is Dr. Wendy. It's like, that's the same Wendy that dug in Giselle and Robin's ass. Same one. Same one with Wendy. Oh, like with Mia.
Oh, let me ask you a random question. Do you think, I know Candace and Wendy are close. Did you take it as shade? Because I've heard a couple, people have been going back and forth about this. Did you take it as shade when she walked in the house and she was like, come on, 2 degrees?
No, I didn't. I didn't take that as shade. Because she's like, it's not 4, but it is 2. And it was like, yeah, girl, because I'm sorry. Who else got 4 degrees in Bravo? Right. Just you?
Listen. Because the 2 I got put me in enough student loan debt, okay? I don't need no damn more. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't need no more. No, but I don't need no more. I thought you were going to say, is it shade because Candace said she trusted Robin the most?
You know what? I forget that they're really close friends too sometimes because whenever they pop up in the scene, I'm like, oh yeah, y'all do like each other.
I didn't just quit the Dixon District. I just put myself on hiatus because that just speaks to, it's like there's no way that Wendy is that mad at Robin if Robin wasn't her friend.
Right.
Because that shit just hurt because it's different when it's just your friend. And I really wish last season, Robin hurt her more than anything. It's like Giselle, like, well, she was angry with Giselle. I'm like, yeah, but that was different. What she said to Robin, she knew that was going to cut her deep.
Right.
Because I know they've talked. And it's like that just maintains in my mind the person who's probably the realest person off this show is Robin. Because you see her and Ashley are cool. Because you think you go back to season 1 or 2, it's like she was going to clean Ashley's clock.
Right. You see, the only person that she really gets into it with season after season is Karen.
That's the only person out of nowhere.
Nowhere, in my opinion, it usually started by Karen.
Shut the fuck up. I'm like, what is your issue with? Because it's really not a Robin issue. It's a Karen issue, and I have a feeling it has to do with Charisse.
No, see, okay. Oh, that's a good point too. I was thinking because Karen has gotten into this mode now. You remember when Dorinda kind of started smelling herself and started going with what the fans were saying? Like, she was really going by the fans, like, oh my God, I love when you light into this person or you tear into them. And so each season she got meaner and meaner, and because she's listening to everything the fans are saying, and then the fans turned on a dime. Karen feels like the one that's like, she's hearing everyone sing her praises online, and they're like, oh my God, I love when you go after the Green Eyed Bandits, or I love when you do this. And so Robin, I feel like it's easier to go after because she's not going to engage in that back and forth because she's going to dismiss Karen. Giselle is going to go back and forth with her all day. And so I feel like she views Robin as an easier target. And so that's why she constantly gets her. I'm looking forward to seeing what this actual argument is about, where she's like, you and your fake marriage or whatever she's talking about.
And it was like, what
causes that?
And the thing about it is like, I don't, because then, in the mid-season trailer, it showed that Juan got mad. I'm like, see, this is why, Ashley, she said to you, stop saying all that he is with somebody else while he here. You don't. That's the thing. She knows Juan Dixon. Y'all don't.
Hello.
You don't know Juan like that. So the thing about it is, it's very interesting that it's like y'all have so much to say about her relationship. That's why he don't want to be around y'all asses.
How about that?
It's like, that's why he don't want to be around you. And I kind of don't blame him. It's like, I don't understand. I got a feeling,
in my spirit, I kind of feel like Robin at some point, I think her and Juan have an extra strategy from this shit. Because I feel like at one day, I feel like he's going to wake up, he's going to be like, okay, you got the embellished, you got the reasonably shady, you got all this stuff that is very like income
and it's a
driven.
Good show. It's a good show, and their live shows are good. Because
I'm determined to get the one. If they do another one up there in the DMV, I'm coming. So I'm gonna just set the couch up. Okay,
we're going. Because the thing about it is like they had the live show the weekend after Thanksgiving, and the episode before it was like everybody was like, "Fuck Robin." I was like, people will come to this live show, and sure enough, thing was sold out. Everybody's like, I had such a good time. It's like, because there's some people who can separate. Because honestly, if you didn't know they were on Potomac, you look at their social media, it's like they're not. Ashley's kind of like a lot of them are literally that way.
I say that I love, and that's why they work so well, and why Beverly Hills, in my opinion, is the worst of the housewives, because
it's like, stop doing these stories, Lisa. Shut the hell up.
I'm hoping that Bravo has gagged Beverly Hills, because that would make it so much of an enjoyable experience. I hope they put them on the pause, just like they're doing. I think they are getting like a little pause, and they deserve it, because it's like, y'all are giving me like, go on a pause so Garcelle can like get more booked and busy, because my baby, my Haitian mama is booked and busy. But she was before she got on that show. How about that?
It's like she just getting more. And by the way, I love my rug from her HSN.
Ooh,
I ordered it. I was like, ooh, I love that. Like, where you get this rug for? It's an outdoor rug. It's right in front of my door. It's like, oh, this is Garcelle.
Yes. Come on, Bouvet. Like, you better come on, Bouvet.
Okay.
I got a shady question to ask.
Ooh, I love it.
You know how on this past episode, there was discussion between Karen and Blue Eyes, between her and Matt, about why a podcast needs a live show. And my question is, what is Karen's live show? Like, honest, I don't understand what this, they're calling it an experience. And I'm like, why does that make more sense than a live podcast show? I don't understand.
It don't. Karen just thinks she is just more, she's a grand dame. Because the thing about it is, when she said, in this group, we have a habit of doing, like, copying other people, and the editors literally showed you. Karen.
Right.
When you introduce a candle, you got a candle. You have like, they Reasonable Shade has a live show. Now you want to have a live show. You get a live show, and you get a live show. It's like, Karen, it's other people. And I'm trying to think if somebody had hair before she's got like did this partnership with a wig line that I didn't.
Candace, when she came on, she was doing the wig.
That's right. She had her own hair and her wig glue. She was trying to hook up with some wig glue because I'm like,
yep.
Why is your wig slipping all over the place?
Shifting all over. Yeah.
But I mean, she did braid down a wig. I was like, did you have that man glue that wig on your head to just braid it?
Bye.
Girl, what it?
Bye.
Kern.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Like, oh my gosh. But the thing about it is, with their podcast, it was kind of like their live show really is them doing their show. Her live show was like a variety thing, because she had like, I think it was somebody from RuPaul's Drag Race like performed, because I think when they were talking about, ooh, I'm going down with Mia and Karen, because they came to the show and she asked some kind of question about friendship. So people are like, oh, is it a crack in the friendship with her and Karen? It's like, because this is after Miami, So now her response to it makes a little bit more sense based on what we saw in Miami. Mia,
right?
You talked about the songbird Candace Dillard Bassett and her low budget video, which, girl, do you know how music videos are filmed? The fact that Candace did not call your trip low budget.
Because that was a low budget.
Because it was. It's like, there's no way in hell, Miss, I got here and I got to come to Miami. Somebody don't have a bathroom in their own room.
Because listen, I want to make it very clear. I am not a millionaire. I have a good job,
but I'm a bougie ass bitch. If I am over 50, there's no way in hell I am treating this like a college dorm and sharing a bathroom, especially recurring.
Because listen, let's keep it all the way real. I barely want to do Airbnb with you motherfuckers. I'm okay with a hotel room. Let's all stay at the hotel. I'll meet y'all downstairs.
Remember when like Sharice was trying to leave and she's like, girl, I don't know if you're going to find something. Then your raggedy Bigfoot ass is going to come over there to the side. Y'all got to find some place to live. But you told Sharice there was no room at the inn.
Right.
Innkeeper, what are you talking about?
Right.
It was just like, what are y'all talking about? See, yeah, and what made me spin the hiatus is Robin and that speaker. Now, Robin, it seemed like a nice Bluetooth, but the thing about it is, don't play it, because the thing about it, she played the clip that was on all the blogs. And that was the issue. It's kind of like that did, because I remember that it did come up. So that thing that she was playing, she didn't play it directly from her live. She played it from a clip from off a blog.
Oh,
probably not the one that makes up allegedly lies, but something else. So the thing about it is like, Robin, I didn't even watch all that live, and I knew she wasn't talking about you. Like, I knew who she was talking about. She wasn't talking about you. So the thing about it is that I can give her like 1/8 of a pedal where saying it's like, girl, you can say, oh, these hoes ain't low, except for Robin, she cool. And my girl Wendy, she cool. You're like, you could have called, like, so to a certain extent, I get it.
Right.
But it's like, Robin, you don't need to do this here. But it's like, the reality of me is like, girl, no, have one-on-one. Reality show is like, nah, girl, put it on the table because we all here.
Right.
And Karen getting up and storming out. But I will say, I love the growth that is Candace. And now I'm like, this is a Candace. I'm like, this is what I wanted y'all all to see. I'm like, she ain't holding herself accountable. Y'all never say that shit to Ashley or Karen.
Right.
Y'all say it to Giselle, but y'all don't say it to Karen because Karen will sit and say, no, I'm not going to apologize for that. She gets more apologies than she gives.
That's because y'all just started watching season 5 and you're not going to tell me
y'all checked
otherwise.
In season 4 and that's how I know. I'm like, when people like, Candace the worst person in the show, I'm like, there's no possible way you started from season 1 if you don't recognize that Ashley Darby was hell on wheels, and they literally said, maybe if you have a baby that will calm you down. See, and we can talk about the colorism thing. That's a whole different show. But it's like, yeah, if you want an example of colorism, Ashley was hell on wheels. They said maybe she should have a baby. Candace is quote unquote hell on wheels. You said let's ice her out. Because they all said that. I'm like, Karen was like, let's not do this. She has literally argued with every person, past and present, on this show. Every single one of them. Every single one. It's like, please find somebody that she has not, and it's like, don't say Jacqueline because season ain't over yet.
Right.
It's like every single housewife, past and present, on Potomac, she has gotten into it with.
Yep.
But seemingly people are like still friends with, like, you see them off camera friends with her, because I think off the show, Ashley is a cool person too. I think that's what it really is. It's like,
and you know what? A lot of them do a much better job of disconnecting the work from the personal too. They literally
are punching in and out. Like, girl, it's closing time. Girl, it's 5 o'clock, right, honey. I gotta go, child.
Because the problem is, I think a lot of the housewives think that they're doing what Atlanta does. Because when they get into Twitter beefs, I'm staying up all night because that's gonna be the funniest moment of my life. Yes,
please
that's gonna be
give
hilarious.
Me a back and forth IG battle with Nene and Portia.
Yes,
or Kenya in any capacity. Girl,
oh my God.
Slays me every time. Girl.
What did she say about Portia when she was pregnant that time? That exchange when Portia was pregnant and her and Nene were going back, that was a mess. And I was glued to my goddamn phone screen.
Read all this shit. I said bye.
No.
If that ain't the funniest thing ever, like, I ain't reading all that. It's like, right. Imagine someone like, I'm gonna type all this out to her. Girl, I ain't read all that. Fuck you.
No. No.
It's like, wait. And the thing about this is like, I really do think they do get fined if they fight on social media, which is why you don't see Giselle going back and forth with nobody. She's like, girl, I'm keeping all the coins in my goddamn pockets.
And look what we've seen her do. That lady has built an entire house.
A whole house, which is very funny. I think it's on the like the preview for the upcoming episode where here you go with Karen being Karen. Oh, girl, I love this house. Elle, what do you love about her house? I like the chandelier. It is actually not bad in Giselle's house. I'm like, no, it's really not. And it's like, ma'am, you did not want us to laugh at the fact that people were coming to buy your home in Potomac and said, girl, can you update this kitchen? It's like, right. I mean, points are made. Points are made. I was like, yeah, it's like you can, like, you trying to sell this house. It was kind of like, y'all let Karen get away with a lot of stuff. She's entertaining as hell because on her and Watch What Happens Live, and they say, pick between the two. Me, I'm like, why did y'all ask Karen this shit? And right. Like, why did you ask Karen this? Like what? And it's like, I love the ensemble. It's the best ensemble, but let's be very clear. This ensemble can be Mia less. Oh, yeah, we don't need Mia because let me tell you something. Mia is playing in people's faces, and I think it's very interesting to watch. Because I'm gonna say this, and like we're gonna have to put a button, like the professor said, put a button on it because Kendrick got to go, y'all. But I will say it's very interesting because when that whole thing that happened in the barn happened, you heard people say talk shit, get hit, and try to justify a Black woman getting hit. Like if you don't like what they say, it's like you got. I'm like, y'all, that is dangerous. I'm like, first of all. One, Monique was dead ass wrong to put her hands on that. And you know what? How else I know that? Because that's what she told her pastor too. On the show. Don't forget that. She told Ashley, oh, she did not deserve that. Then bitch, you should have called her up and apologized. But no, she didn't. So it's like, and like I can go about like, oh, that's your opinion of the fight. I can also listen to when she said it. I was wrong. That? And it's like, she did not deserve that. Right. She flat out said it. I'm like, so should I listen to Monique or should I not? It's like, we knew that already because one, even though she got physical with Candace, y'all could have fixed this. Period.
You can't listen to Monique no more because she ain't on DC. Girl. My God, Socks just ran in here and scared the hell out of me. Girl, get the hell out. Long as Ashley Silva is back, I'm good. So now I'm watching people go like, man, that is wrong. You don't throw no drink in somebody's face. But essentially, Mia is doing what some of y'all said. If I don't like what some bitch is saying, I can actually be physical with her. Hello. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I said that shit with Candace and Monique was not okay. And y'all saying that somebody deserves to get hit is not okay. But also, I watch some people actually, I'm sorry, justifying actually throwing the drink because they don't like Wendy. Go ahead. Right. I'll even take Monique completely out of the equation. Think back to last season because we're considering throwing the drink and act of violence. Do we not remember Mia throwing that salad at Candace first and then her responding and people saying, oh, well, that's because Candace got a smart mouth and that's how you got to treat people that they justify the thing.
The thing about it is, but like, now she didn't really throw it up. It was literally like an eighth of a leaf of lettuce and she threw it at her direction. She picked up her whole big old hand and threw her whole fucking salad at Candace.
Right.
That should have been red flag right there. When she was putting her hands in Mia's and Wendy's face, it's like, Wendy's like, get your hand in your face. What are you going to do?
Yep.
And if Mia had beat her light skin ass, y'all like, see how she is? And it was like, now people like, how come y'all ain't never called Robin being so aggressive? For two reasons. First, because y'all didn't watch the show back then. And for second, the aggression towards Ashley was justified. It's like, well, if I tell this bitch not to say no more shit and she's still mouthing off to me. You lucky that we were not serving your forehead meat in that kangaroo meat restaurant.
How about that?
She was about to beat your ass in that restaurant, and you told your mother, "Oh, they were a little aggressive." I was gonna beat your ass, like, girl.
Yeah, over the river and through the woods.
And
I believe the
and
exact.
her sidekick G Money Wells over there was like, she probably would have helped you. Be like, no, Robin, don't make her bleed that much, girl. She's like, she better stop playing with Robin. I'm like,
right. That wasn't it.
What is happening here? Like, was she aggressive? Yes. Was she assertive? Yes. Because I know Robin is light skinned, but I have a problem calling Black women aggressive, especially when they have a reason to. Because Ashley was playing in her face, and y'all gonna stop acting like she was not.
Yep.
She was playing in her face. I'm like, see, she was about to say, fuck these motherfucking cameras. Come outside. What time is the restaurant closed? 12, right? Okay.
What time y'all stop slinging that kangaroo? Come on.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, if you think she wasn't going to come and mop your ass, or if someone says to you, come and say that in my face and see what happens to you. Nothing, bitch, except you hold up an umbrella. Because you're like, whoa, why are you in my face? Because you invited me to your space.
Yeah, about that.
Get out of my face. But y'all gotta have Kendrick back.
Yeah, I need you on mine soon, because look, we got things to talk about. We got to talk about Bravo. We got to talk about Welcome to Chippendales. We got to talk about a lot of stuff we're watching.
Okay.
Yes.
I got to get Charmaine back, because we got to talk about Wednesday.
Did you watch? See, we got to talk about that too. We got to talk. Okay, I'm having you back very soon, because we got to talk about the things.
The things. But what you want to ask me?
Shit, I forgot. I remember. Did you listen to the podcast about the Chippendales? It was called Welcome to My Fantasy. My God.
I didn't know it was a podcast. And I was like, wait, it's a podcast?
That's why I was so obsessed. Like when they dropped this trailer for this show, I was like, oh my God, I gotta watch, because I was obsessed
close
with
to
that.
The podcast.
Oh yes. Because on podcast they get into everything. It's so good.
Should I listen to the podcast and then watch the show?
I would almost recommend that.
Okay.
Because it was really good. Because it was like stuff they're showing on the show, I didn't even think it was gonna make it, but then they did the talk show and everything. I was like, oh, y'all talking about everything. It's almost
because I'm not watching White Lotus. I didn't watch White Lotus. I feel like I feel like the people who didn't watch Game of Thrones, like, girl, what y'all doing? But it's kind of like, I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, I ain't gonna say that's stupid. I'm just like, I just didn't watch White Lotus, and I might binge it, but it's like I didn't get it. So there's that.
Right.
But before we get out of here, Kendrick, first, thank you so much for being here. I love having you. If I could have, like, I'm like this, I'm gonna tell everybody, this is what time I'm recording. You want to come in through talk? Let's talk. Right. But Kendrick, please, thank you so much. And please tell everybody how they can find you and your show.
Oh my God, of course. So I am on all of the podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart. I'm on all of the places. Reality and Comics 2, hosted by Kendrick Tucker. Search my name, search the podcast name. Follow me on Instagram at Reality Comics 2. If you look on there, you'll see some episodes with Stephanie in the past. She's going to come back too, so you'll see another one soon. And I'm going to have to get back up to the DMV, because I've been a couple times in the past month, like 3 times. I had to go for work one time. No, I had to go for work a couple times. I had to, go for work. But but I was in DC mostly. So, but yeah, I'm gonna come up there. We go, we might do a live show for y'all one day. So we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. We should get going at Taria's house. She's listening. Yes, I know she's gonna listen. That big pretty house. She like, wait, what? I'm like, yes, girl. That big pretty house. That 5-story house.
Live Zoom at Taria's house. I like how we just like said we're gonna have a live show at Taria's house. She be like, what? I'm like, we gonna
play. It's all right, girl. And Taria, make sure you got some food too. Food, drinks, all of it.
No, she is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But guys, folks, this has been a Mocha Minutes podcast. I will be having one more episode before the Christmas break, because I'm having a break from work. That means the show's having a break, because, it's winter. Y'all, take as much time as you need. Love those around you. Take time for yourself. And I know it's been down with, rest in peace, Twitch. Just know that it's not your responsibility to check on people just because you see people pass away. I'm never going to say that to you, but also please know your strong friends are not strong because they're strong because they're like, I don't want people to look at me like a victim, because people like say you ain't no victim and I don't do victims. I'm like, yeah, so then don't wonder why people are stealth with their emotions.
Right.
But y'all, I will be back next week.